Batman, Gotham by Gaslight is based off of the graphic novel of the same name by Brian Augustine and Mike Mignola. This takes place in the late 1800s, and it's a Gotham City it's basically London during the same time period. And this, of course, takes place during the Jack the Ripper murders. And it's a really interesting watch. I've read the graphic novel and I like it quite a bit. It's been a few years, so I can't say how well the animated feature follows the book, but from what I remember, it at least captures the spirit. And I love that the animation is hand drawn with so much like CG animation nowadays. It's hard to come across a lot of hand drawn animation, and I love that DC has kept up that tradition with most of their animated films. And once again, they excel with animated films, and Gotham by Gaslight is no exception. And I think that if you're either a big fan of Batman or just like an occasional fan of Batman, like if you don't know who Hugo Strange or Pamela Isley is, this is a good movie for you. And if you're a big fan, you can pick up on the little Easter eggs, but it's like you don't need to know like all the little details of Batman. Just as long as you know Batman's like main deal, like why he fights crime, you're good to go. You can watch this film and its Elseworld story, the self-contained story, and it doesn't matter if you know a whole lot about Batman's rogues gallery or his various sidekicks and partners. So the world's greatest detective, who is on the trail of Jack the Ripper, who is killing prostitutes throughout Gotham, and it seems like the police are kind of powerless to stop Jack the Ripper, but Batman is on the case. And this Batman is a little bit more vulnerable too. Like, he gets his ass kicked by Jack the Ripper quite a bit in this film. Like, it seems like Jack the Ripper might even be a superior fighter to this particular Batman, and I suspect because this Batman has fought mostly street thugs, not really supervillains like the traditional Batman. Like, he hasn't gone up against somebody like Mr. Freeze or the Joker or the Riddler or Ra's al Ghul. And it's kind of hinted that this Bruce Wayne was, when he was an orphan, was trained mostly by circus performers. So he wasn't trained by like the League of Shadows to do, ninja stuff. But this Batman uses his intelligence quite a bit in the film too. Like, a lot of live action stuff misses out on the detective part of Batman. I mean, it gets it a little bit, but I feel like that it's not a big part of who Batman is. And with trying to figure out the Ripper's identity, I won't lie, I thought it was pretty obvious who it was, and I was wrong. Like, I was completely wrong. And because in real life we don't know for sure who the Ripper was, it kind of comes as a big surprise once it's revealed. And I also really loved Selena Kyle in this animated feature. I thought she was really cool. I always really liked Catwoman, especially when she's sort of the uneasy ally who then eventually they come together. And it's always really funny to watch Batman and Selena Kyle, who doesn't become Catwoman in this film, but it's still a lot of fun to watch. And I think overall it's a good film. I would recommend the graphic novel, absolutely. I think Mike Mignola's art is really incredible in the novel. And overall, it's a good animated adaptation, and I think that is great for both occasional and avid fans of the Batman. So Batman, Gotham by Gaslight. Have you seen it? Have you read the original novel? Comment below, let me know. What's your favorite DC or Elseworld story? What's your favorite Batman story? Thanks always for watching.